Welcome, my friends. Well, the recent news is that Hollywood actors are on strike. Union leaders say it's time for studio execs to wake up. What does it mean for the economy? And what does it mean for the future of the United States? But before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. And before we continue, a word from the sponsor of this video. Today's sponsor is InnerLife.com, creator of the InnerLife STS system. InnerLife STS is a cloud mobile platform for mental health care and its integration with primary medical care. InnerLife STS is designed for assessment, data collection and analytics, documentation, and progress tracking. InnerLife STS creates and composes conceptualized narratives and builds them into professional-grade reports. These reports are designed for use by mental health professionals, primary care physicians, justice system professionals and universities and include mental health assessment reports, mental health treatment reports, and treatment progress reports. And InnerLife STS uses doctor-selected pseudonames for all patients. So, only the healthcare professional knows the patient identity. SAG-AFTRA, the union representing Hollywood actors and performers, has voted to go on strike against major studios. Union President Fran Drescher said in a press conference that it was time for studio executives to wake up and smell the coffee. SAG's primary purpose is to protect the rights and advocate for the interests of its members. The union negotiates and enforces collective bargaining agreements, CBAS, with producers and studios to establish industry standards for wages, working conditions, and benefits for its members. These agreements cover a wide range of entertainment media, including film, television, commercials, and digital productions. The union's national board made the decision after negotiations broke down with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. After a last-ditch effort, monitored by a federal mediator, the two sides failed to come to an agreement. The strike was called on Thursday morning by U.S. actors union SAG-AFTRA, which was formed in 2012 after a merger between the Screen Actors Guild and the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, after the breakdown in negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or AMPTP, which represents the studio bosses. SAG-AFTRA has around 160,000 members, actors in film and TV shows, as well as video game performers, radio presenters, models and YouTube influencers. Technically, the union only covers the U.S., but its Global Rule 1 demands that members pull out of any production anywhere in the world. The union's president and figurehead is Fran Drescher, who you might remember from 90s TV show The Nanny. They plead poverty, that they're losing money left and right when giving hundreds of millions of dollars to their CEOs. She then invoked the spirit of the French Revolution. Eventually, the people break down the gates of Versailles, and then it's over. There have been no holdouts, all U.S. actors appear to be on board with the action. One of the union's main roles is to negotiate terms with the studios. The last major agreement was signed in July 2020, though it was almost immediately undermined by COVID. That agreement was due to expire on the 30th of June, hence the start of negotiations. One of the main sticking points appears to be residuals, the payments that performers receive for repeat showings of films or TV shows, while the issue of who owns an actor's likeness if it is reproduced by AI is also a major flashpoint. SAG-AFTRA negotiators are demanding residuals partly based on viewership levels on streaming services, but the studios, which include streamers Netflix and Amazon alongside Disney, aren't willing to share the information. The studios have also pointed out that the climate for streaming is not good. They've had a lot of layoffs recently. Just before the strike was called, Disney's CEO, Bob Iger, told CNBC that the union's expectations are not realistic. SAG-AFTRA said in a statement that the streaming ecosystem has eroded the way actors get paid. The union accused the studios of refusing to acknowledge enormous shifts in the industry and economy, and being unwilling to offer a fair deal. The two sides reportedly had been at odds over several issues, including how much performers should get in residuals from the streaming platforms. Actors asked for higher compensation when the movie or series they're in are hits with viewers. There was also disagreement over the use of artificial intelligence. Actors say they don't want to be replaced by computer-generated images. They want control over where and how their likenesses are used. Streaming hasn't just killed the mid-budget movie, or the linear TV series, it's also changed the way films and shows are presented to their audience, and extract money from them in return. Streamers make money from subscribers, and the shows and films are essentially promos for the subscriptions. Plus they are just up there permanently, with no repeats, as we would understand them, classic disruption, which makes it hard for traditional means of assessing their value in terms of paying people for them. Hence the argument over residuals, made all the harder by the streamers' reluctance to reveal how many people watch them. As shows and films on streaming platforms become ever larger and more widely watched, then the potential residuals become an ever more significant amount. 6 months ago, no one gave AI a second thought, but that's how fast things have moved, from zero to an existential threat. Right now, AI-generated imagery doesn't seem quite sophisticated enough to replace traditional film making wholesale, but the speed of machine learning has got everyone worried. The AMPTP said it had offered a groundbreaking proposal over AI, but SAG-AFTRA's chief negotiator Duncan Crabtree Ireland batted that one away. They proposed that our background performers should be able to be scanned, get 1 day's pay, and their companies should own that scan, their image, their likeness, and should be able to use it for the rest of eternity on any project they want, with no consent and no compensation. Acting is a bit like the sports world. There's a bunch of big money headliners, and then the rest, some of whom earn decent money, but most are on nothing like it. These are the people on whose behalf Tom Cruise went ballistic during the Mission Impossible shoot. You can tell it to the people that are losing their fucking homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. Matt Damon reminded reporters of the struggles of most U.S. working actors' lives. It's $26,000 to qualify for health coverage, and a lot of people are on the margins, and residual payments are getting them across that threshold. It's a very, very small percentage of the 160,000 plus member union that actually can make a living off of the work that we do, said actor Denise Cabanella, known for her roles in Adventure Beast on Netflix and the upcoming Frasier reboot. There is so much money that is in streaming that, these executives are keeping for themselves. He called the studio executives out of touch with the working people. The writers' strike has already halted most Hollywood productions, causing studios to delay or cancel upcoming movies and shows. Now the union performers are expected to completely stop work and to picket outside of studios such as Netflix, Amazon, Universal, Sony and Disney, in Los Angeles and New York. According to the union's strike rules, they are not to promote shows or movies they're in. They're not to do interviews or be photographed on the red carpet or to participate in Emmy Award campaigns. This will now be the first dual strike by Hollywood actors and writers since 1960, when Ronald Reagan, then a studio contract player, headed the Screen Actors Guild. In the end, both unions won healthcare benefits, pensions and movie residuals. Ahead of this contract's expiration, SAG-AFTRA received support from other Hollywood unions. The International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees, IATSE, Teamsters, Hollywood Basic Crafts, the Directors Guild of America and the Writers Guild of America issued a joint statement. Hollywood must be a place where every worker, on screen and off, is treated according to the value their skills and talents command. While the studios have collective worth of trillions of dollars, billions of viewers globally, and sky-high profits, this fight is not about actors against the studios, but rather about workers across all crafts and departments in the industry standing together to prevent mega-corporations from eroding the conditions we fought decades to achieve. Both sides are playing a long game. The actors and writers gambling that the product pipeline, already threadbare after COVID, will force the studios back to the table, while the bosses are taking the time-honored route of trying to batter the unions into submission. The Screen Actors Guild was established in 1933 and is now officially known as SAG-AFTRA, following a merger in 2012 with the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, AFTRA. Some of the key functions and services provided by SAG-AFTRA include some very important items. Contract negotiation. SAG-AFTRA negotiates with production companies and studios to establish fair compensation, working conditions, and benefits for its members. Residuals and royalties. The union ensures that its members receive appropriate residuals, payments for subsequent use of their work, and royalties for their performances in various media formats. Health and pension benefits. SAG-AFTRA administers health and pension plans for its members, providing access to healthcare coverage and retirement benefits. Legal representation. The union offers legal assistance and representation to its members in matters related to their work, including contract disputes, copyright issues, and contract enforcement. Professional development and education. SAG-AFTRA provides resources, workshops, and seminars to help members enhance their skills and stay updated on industry trends. Safety and workplace standards. The union advocates for safe working conditions and sets guidelines to protect its members from harassment, discrimination, and other workplace issues. Membership in SAG-AFTRA is voluntary but highly encouraged for actors and performers seeking work in the industry. To become a member, individuals must meet specific eligibility criteria and pay initiation fees and annual dues. Overall, SAG-AFTRA plays a crucial role in representing the interests of actors and performers, ensuring fair compensation, and protecting their rights in the complex and ever-evolving entertainment industry. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.